This shirt right here. Gabby girl. Hey, baby. Jeez. So we are at breakfast with parents in my son's school.
Watch it.
This dude way too late.
You nasty.
All right.
Excuse me. You nasty. Yeah, you been burping.
All right. For you guys that have not checked out my last post, go check it out. It's a good, it's just a good example of, life. Sometimes you're at the top of the top. Sometimes you got those moments where you get your head bumped a little bit, but I'm just thankful to have a dope mom. What's up, East St. Louis? Dope mom that win, lose, or draw, she's going to keep it real with you and keep it honest, keep you humble, and not going to be a hater and going to have to congratulate when somebody's done something great. So got to shout her out for that. So if you guys have not checked out my last post, brother or sister or whatever, go check it out. It was tough for me to watch it the first time because you got to recognize I haven't lost since 2014, since Rory McDonald. And, I just told myself my last loss was my last loss. And I honestly believe that's true because I didn't lose on March 2nd. I learned a valuable lesson. I learned a valuable lesson about, how to endure and how to overcome. And I didn't learn it in the octagon because I had an out-of-body experience where I just didn't really feel like I wasn't even there. But after that fight, I learned that life gives you obstacles when you're not ready for it. I thought I got an album coming out. I got these movies dropping. Everybody want to, think that I'm doing too much and I was focusing too much on other stuff. I've been always doing this much. You guys are just now finding out about it. That's the funny part. I've always done this much. I've always been this active. And now the UFC, and now ESPN, now different outlets are showing you guys, and I'm giving you guys, Champ Camp and Champ Life and things like that, I'm giving you guys a glimpse through social media, whatever platform, of what I've been doing. And that's pretty much how it goes. Had I won the fight, everybody would have been talking about how much of a beast I am because I was able to drop an album. I beat Darren Till 2 days later. I dropped a single called I Beat Your Ass, and I look like, the G's of all G's. But this is the same situation. The cookie didn't come that way. But I'm just blessed to have a mom that really showed me sacrifice. 13 of us in the household. 13 of us in the household by herself. And she worked 3 jobs. Sometimes we got the lights cut off, sometimes the heat was cut off. Whatever the situation was, we really learned how to enjoy the quality of life and value each other and support each other. And we really learned that at a young age, so I want to thank her for that. Had I not been raised in a household, I would not be built to bounce back. And I'm bouncing back. I'm bouncing back. Talked to Usman the other day. He's a true champion, true G. He didn't have to call me, see how I was doing. He didn't have to do anything. I mean, he won a fight. It's his belt now, so he didn't owe me anything. He did out there and did what he wanted to do, and he's a champion now. So now it's my turn to show you guys how great I really am. I can easily just roll off into the sunset. I've had a phenomenal career, guys, both collegiately and wrestling, both in MMA. I defied all odds. I did what many people thought I would have never done. I could walk away right now, but that ain't my story. So this is a moment at 36 years old, body getting a little sore. This is a moment where I show you guys how great I am. This bump didn't make sense. I was more confused. It's just like, why now? plans on fighting Usman, plans on fighting Kobe, plans on taking the middleweight belt, sitting at the top of the throne, fighter of the year, coming back after that, and they just fighting whoever, whenever, whatever. And now that road had a small detour. So now I'm looking to get back in the octagon, get back after it, heal up my body a little bit, you know. But yeah, you know, I'm excited. A lot of fight going on in my mind, you know. I've been having moments where I've been back and forth, where I'm like, I'm good for a moment. Then I'm like, fuck, man, this dude got my belt, man. Then I'm sad for a moment. Then I'm happy for a moment. Then I try to stay busy. Then I can't sleep at night. So the belt is more than the belt. It's a lifestyle, and it's a lifestyle you get accustomed to, and it's a lot that come with it, and it's a lot of pressure that come with it. So shout out to everybody who's sending me some kind words, supportive words. Make sure you check out that last post if you haven't checked it out. I don't know why these kids running around yelling at them. If you have not checked out the post, please check it out. It's moved a lot of people. It's moved me. I've watched it 10 to 15 times. The first couple times, I'm like, man, that dude just took my belt. Why you congratulating him? Why you hugging him? Man, he the enemy. And then he's not the enemy, though. You know what I mean? There are no enemies in this game. It's adversaries and its opponents. There's no enemies. And I'm excited to get back, man. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And talk to you guys soon.
Hey, I have a quick question.
Sure.
It's for Dan Hardy. Looking at it from the outside, what did you see? Like, where did you see the biggest problem?
You know, my friend, I know that exact same feeling that you had. When I stood across from GSP, I'd spent 14 weeks telling myself that everybody else struggles to pull the trigger because they're waiting on the takedown. And I stood in front of him and waited for 25 minutes for the takedown and still wasn't able to defend any. And I'm sure that you did the same thing through training camp. You said, the one thing I don't want to do against Jon Jones is allow him to be Jon Jones, because that's what you said on all the promos. And unfortunately, he was able to put you in that defensive shell. Did you watch the breakdown, the Inside the Octagon?
I did watch it. Yeah, I did.
I'd be interested to know your thoughts on that, because I felt like he did very much the same thing he did against Gustafsson, just interrupted your time, and every time you looked like you were about to get started. And once he discouraged you for the first sort of 10 minutes, you never really got started after that.
Yeah, he did. One thing that he did that I would definitely have to deal with going into it another time is, you're used to people countering you after your first or your second shot, and it was almost on your initial movement of coming forward. He shoots that front kick right to your body, and it's not always painful, but it like you said, it disrupts your timing, and it makes you have to reset. So then you reset and you go to you work your way into it again, and it comes again, and then he starts mixing it up and he starts taking it to the head, and then it comes to a head kick, and then you're trying to reset, and they'll hit you with the oblique kick, and it's just like you get so frazzled. None of it's super painful. It's just frustrating. Just like you're screaming like "fuck," like in your head, like you're trying to reset.
Yeah.
And you just, it's frustrating, man. It's really, really frustrating. So, sometime we'll have to catch up, man, and just kind of look and just go through it and watch it and break it down. I really like listening to you to break down fights, and regardless whether it's me or not, I'd be interested just to kind of just sit down and watch it with you and just see what you see.
Absolutely, man. It'd be my honor to do that. We'll definitely get that sorted out.
Any part of you wish you would have just taken the DQ?
No, not at all. I'm
okay.
That's just who I am, man. It definitely was a hard knee, and there was a kick right before that. But I was able to get up, and that's all I need. What kind of man would I be? I've been telling these people, I've been telling the media, and I've been telling fans, and I've been telling everyone for all these years, and now all of a sudden people are listening. Like the last 9 or 10 months, now people are listening. But I haven't changed what I said. That I never was in this for money. I've never been in this for fame. I was never in this to be famous or be the cool guy. Like that's never. I'm in it for a world championship. And had I stayed down, I wouldn't have felt like the world champion. And I don't want to be. It's really easy to say those things, and then when it comes down to making a decision, whether it's financially based or champion or career based or whatever, it'd be real easy to say those things and get everyone all hype and make people think you're a badass. And then when it comes down to it, you do what's best for you. And that's just not me, you know what I mean? And it's just not who I am. And I would have never been able to live with myself. And it never even entered my mind. You know, to me, it's funny that people look at it and say, well, he made such a good decision to be a noble man and continue. I never even considered it. You know, I was actually more angry at the 3 minutes before the knee because the knee happened. So I know that doesn't make any sense, but I spent about 3 minutes on the bottom, 2.5 minutes, 2:45 something on the bottom, trying to work my way to my feet without taking a knee. So like everyone looked like I was mad at Jon because he kneed me. It wasn't actually the knee that pissed me off. It was the fact that I was stuck on the bottom for 3 minutes trying to figure out how to get up without taking a knee, and I took one anyways. So then I was mad at myself, like, well, why were you such a pussy? Just get up and take it because you took it anyways. So that's what I was mad about. I was mad at myself. Like, you look, you know, this is what happens. You try to avoid the knee and you take it anyways. That's what you get. Like, you should have just stood up and taken it.